So here we are on BuzzFeed. This is a really stupid video, and I honestly did not have this plan. I just saw Mr. Repzion doing this, so before I finished watching his video, I was just like, maybe I should try this out for myself before watching him, before watching his stuff, and I'll see how privileged I am according to BuzzFeed. Anyway, check all these statements that apply to you. Okay, I am white. Yes, I am white. I have never been discriminated against because of my skin color. Actually, that has happened to me. That happened because that happened at my old school. I was in a class where there were like 10 of us, and we had there was some kind of school project going on, and like we got broke into 2 groups, and it just so happened that like all the black kids and all the white kids gravitated towards each other, but there was already 6 white kids in the group, and there were 4 black kids, so I was just like, well, why not make the groups evenly sized? Since I was the last person to go into a group, I was just like, okay, I'll go with everybody else. And I went with the black kids, and they all just gave me this really dirty look, and just like, ew, who the fuck are you? I don't know, I didn't think very much of it. We ended up making a better project than the other group anyway, so kudos to us. I have never been the only white person of my race in the room. Actually, this has also happened to me. I was with this leadership thing for teens with the New Jersey state government. I can't remember what it was called, but my mom did it with me, and when the adults went into the other room and I was in the room with all the teens, I was literally the only white kid out of a group of 40 people. Except for the administrator people, I was the only white kid, and I was also the only kid from my county of New Jersey. Everybody else was from either Passaic County or Warren County, so yeah, so I don't think I can check that. I have never been mocked for my accent. Yeah, actually, I often get, when I went to Oklahoma, my family members were like, you talk so fast, but of course they said it in their own accent. They're just like, I guess that kind of counts. So I have been mocked for my accent. I have never been told I am attractive for my race. Nobody has ever told me flat out that I'm attractive. So I guess that's a yes. I mean, like, yeah, I've never been visually attractive to anybody. I have never been a victim of violence because of my race. Okay. I guess not. I mean, like, the only people who have ever been violent towards me were also white, and they were violent to me because of my sexuality. So I guess they could have added in sexuality here, or gender. I have never been called a racial slur. I have. Someone called me a nigga once, which I actually studied up. That given context, the word nigga is not offensive if it's used in the proper context. There's a lot of rules about it, but so you'll have to kind of look it up for yourself. But look up Ebonics. All right. Anyway, I have never been told I sound white. No. I guess no. A stranger has never asked to touch my hair or asked if it is real. Actually, people have done that because, like, you know, it happens when you have, like, super short, fuzzy hair. Like, sometimes people in school would come up to me after I just got, like, a fresh buzz cut. They would want to be like, oh, can I touch your hair? It's so fuzzy. They would do that to me, but then again, we were all kids, and I was okay with it because I like to touch it too. I am heterosexual. Hell no! I am not heterosexual! Actually, I am pansexual. That means I don't give a fucking shit what's in your pants. I go by personality. I don't care if you're male, female, in between, whatever. I like all. I have never lied about my sexuality. That's a good question, because I've lied about my gender identity, which kind of associates with this, but, I don't know. I'll come back to that one. I never had to come out. Oh, I've had to come out. I've never lied about my sexuality. Yeah, I have not lied. I've always told the truth about it whenever anybody asked me. I mean, like, I have never been called fag. Oh, I've been called fag, so... Wait, I skipped one. I never doubted my parents' acceptance of my sexuality. I have definitely doubted my parents' acceptance of that. I have never been called a fag. I have been called a fag so many times. I don't ever recall being called dyke, though. And I do know that is a legitimate thing, and I actually have a friend who calls themselves a dyke. I'm not exactly sure what it means, but I mean, like, I haven't really needed to research anything like that. I had never been called a fairy or any other derogatory slur for homosexuals. Well, I mean, like, does fag not count as derogatory slur for homosexuals? But I'm pretty sure that I have been called stuff referring to gay people other than fag. I just can't remember off the top of my head. I have never tried to hide my sexuality. I don't think so. I don't think I've ever tried to hide it. I think I've always been pretty proud of what I was going through. Always comfortable with PDA with my partner in public. Honestly, yeah, I kind of am always comfortable with that. It's usually my partner who's not okay with it. I've always just been like, oh, who the fuck cares? Like, seriously. So, we're kissing in public. Who the fuck cares? It's not like we're hurting them or anything. I have never pretended to be just friends with my significant other. No, I have never ever done that. In fact, I've always been the kind of person who was just like, oh my god, we have to make out right now! Fuck me! Oh god, I'm blowing out the volume levels. I'm sorry, I have to fix that. I have never been ostracized by my religion for my sexual orientation. No. Judaism does, well, I mean, like, it depends what branch of Judaism you're in. Like, if you're, like, my synagogue identifies as a conservative religious group, but there are other branches of Judaism like Reform and Orthodox and Hasidic. Hasidic and Orthodox are a lot more stricter. So they would, if I was Hasidic or Orthodox, I probably would be a very, very different person than I am right now. But I have never been ostracized by my religion for that. I've never been told I would burn in hell for my sexual orientation. No, I have never, actually, I have never been told that. Nobody's ever said that to my face. Nor in YouTube comments or anything like that. Nobody has ever been all Christian religious asshole on my case about it. Nobody's ever been that harsh, directly to me. I have never been told that my sexuality is just, I have been told that so many times. Alright, I've been, granted, one of the times was not my sexuality, it was about my gender identity, but, either way. I have never been violently threatened because of my sexuality. Oh, I have definitely had that. I am a man. No, I am not. I feel comfortable in the gender I was born as. No. Wait, what? Oh, no, I don't feel comfortable. Duh, excuse me. I still identify as the gender I was born in. No, I don't. I have never tried to change my gender. I honestly don't. That's possible? I mean, like, obviously I can't do it myself. I mean, like, I could dress I guess dressing counts. Okay, never mind. I have never been denied an opportunity because of my gender. Actually, I think I have been denied opportunities because of my gender. Well, actually, not because of my gender, but because of my attempt to be the gender that I am. Like, it's actually a pretty... the area that I live in is fairly bigoted when it comes to transgender individuals. So, getting a job for me has been pretty hard these past couple years. And, I don't know, I'd rather not go into too much detail, but, I would say yes, I have been denied an opportunity. I make more money than my professional counterparts of a different... I don't make any money at all, so I guess that's a no. I have never felt unsafe because of my gender. No. I have never been catcalled. I think that I have been. I have never been... I don't know what catcalling is, actually, to be fair. I have never been sexually harassed or assaulted. I have been. I have never been raped. I have been. I work in a salaried job. I do not. My family and I have never lived below the poverty line. That's true. Yeah, my family has always been, like, middle class. I've lived in suburbia my entire life, so I would say no, we've never been in poverty. I don't have any student loans. That's correct. I have never gone to bed hungry. Yeah, my parents sent me to bed without supper once. So, no. I have never been homeless. I have not ever been homeless. My parents pay some of my bills. I don't have any bills to pay. My parents pay all of my bills. I don't have any bills to pay. I don't... well, I guess it counts for the house. Either way, I don't rely on public transportation. That is correct. I have a car, which I use to drive to school. And I drive home every day, and I occasionally go out to McDonald's. It's stupid. I buy new clothes at least once a month. Actually, the last time I purchased new clothes for myself, on my own money or anybody's money, was about 3 months ago. So, no. But even when I am buying clothes regularly, it's never that often. It's at least, if anything, it's like a shirt, because I find it on Woot, and I fucking love Woot, by the way, just because Woot has sometimes really has awesome shirts. So, but yeah, it's never that often. I have never done my taxes myself. I have done my taxes myself, actually. My dad did not really, he kinda helped me, but it was mostly me. So, I guess he, I've only done taxes one time, so I guess, yeah. I have never felt poor. Honestly, I think I have felt poor before, but that was just because of the fact that I was a really, I guess, privileged individual, but, I mean, like, I was just thinking irrationally because I was a stupid kid with ADHD and autism and Asperger's and whatever. But I guess if I didn't have those mental stuff going on, then I probably never would have felt poor before. I've never had to worry about making rent. I've never had to worry about making rent? No, I have never had to do that. I've always lived with my parents. I have never worked as a waiter, barista, bartender, or salesperson. Does a cashier count? Wait, a barista. Oh yeah, that's like what they have at Starbucks. So yeah, I have worked as that. I have an unpaid internship. No, I don't. I have had multiple unpaid internships. No, I went to summer camp, yes. I went to private school, yes. I graduated high school, no. I went to an elite college, no. I graduated college, no. My parents said at least some of my tuition, paid at least some of my tuition. Well, I'm not in college yet. I had a car in high school, yes. I never had a roommate. Do bunkmates in summer camp count? No, but I've never had a roommate. I've always had cable. Well, I don't have cable right now, so no. I have traveled internationally. No, I have never left the country, actually. The farthest away from the country I've ever been was the Canadian side of Niagara Falls. I almost said Atlantic Falls. I have traveled internationally. I've traveled internationally at least once a year. No. I studied abroad. No. I've never skipped a meal to save money. No, I can't say I've done that. I don't know what Sally Mae is. What the fuck?! What the fuck?! I don't know what Sally Mae is? I guess I don't! I spent spring breaks abroad. Does abroad count as outside the country or outside the state? Because, if that's so, then neither. I have frequent flyer miles. I practically never fly. My parents are heterosexual, yes. My parents are both alive. My parents are still married. I do not have any physical disabilities. I do not have any social disabilities. I think Asperger's is considered a social disability, and autism is a learning disability. I have never had an eating disorder. No, I have not. I have never been depressed. I have been depressed, yes. I have considered suicide several times. I have attempted, yes. God, this is getting dark. I have never taken medication for my mental health. Well, I do that every day. I can afford medication when I need it. Yes. I have never been told I'm overweight or too skinny. No, I've been told that by doctors. I have never felt overweight or underweight or too skinny. I have felt that. I have never been shamed for my body type. I don't think I've ever actually been shamed for being fat. I think I shamed myself, but I don't think that's what this is asking. So I guess no. I consider myself to be physically attractive. No, I don't. I can afford a therapist. Yes, I can. I've used prescription drugs recreationally. No, I cannot say I've ever done that. I have never had an addiction. Oh, well, I've had an addiction before. Wait, oops, duh. I have had an addiction. I have never been shamed for my religious beliefs. Yeah, I actually kind of was, like, when I was in elementary school, I talked about how I was Jewish, but I always talked about how I was all high and mighty and above Christians, because Jewish was better than Christian. But so I think I was rightfully shamed. So I think yes, I have been shamed. I don't know. I guess yeah, I have been shamed. I have never been violently threatened for my religious. No, I have never been that. I have never been violently attacked. There is a place of worship for my religion in my town. Yes. I have never lied about my ethnicity as self-defense. What? Why the fuck would you do that? Alright, whatever. No, I have not done that. I have never lied about my religion as self-defense. I think I did once, but it was for a really shitty reason, so I guess it doesn't count. All my jobs have been accommodating of my religious practices. Actually, yeah, they have. When Rosh Hashanah came around and I was scheduled to work, I told them it was a high holiday and they let me off easy. I am not nervous in airport security lines. No, I guess not. I have never heard this statement. You have been randomly selected for secondary passport control. Well, first of all, I don't have a passport, so I don't think that they would do that to me anyway. I have never been called a terrorist. No, I've never been called a terrorist. Actually, no, I probably might have, yeah. I think indirectly, yeah. At my old school, this one kid was an asshole, and he was just like, "You're a terrorist" or whatever, or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. I have never been called a terrorist. Nobody has ever tried to save me for my religious beliefs. What the fuck does "save" mean? No. I guess no. I have never been cyberbullied for any of my identities. Well, actually, I have been through that. I was not bullied as a child for any of my identities. I was. Have never tried to distance myself from any of my identities. I have never tried to distance myself from any of my... No, I have never done that. I have never been self-conscious about any of my identities. I don't think so. I have never questioned any of my identities. Yes, I have. I definitely have questioned myself loads of times. I feel privileged because of the identities I was born with. No. Alright, so check my privilege. Let's see what this does. You live with 45 out of 100 points of privilege. You are not privileged at all. You grew up with an intersectional, complicated identity, and life never let you forget it. You had your fair share of struggles, and you worked hard to overcome them. Yeah, I'd say that. We do not live in an ideal world, and you had to learn that the hard way. It is not your responsibility to educate those with more you know what? I kind of like educating other people, because like I take this web development class or an internet applications class in high school right now, and one of our assignments was to create a PowerPoint that was a story of our lives, and I had a feeling like once I made my PowerPoint and I set all my stuff, I might actually share that here someday on this channel, but I showed it to my teacher because I thought that it was too long, and he was like blown away by how specific and honest and open I was. That's not like to say, oh my god, this is amazing, but I think that it's to say that the fact that I actually this person, after I gave my presentation in that class, came up to me at the end of the period, and she was almost in tears. Like, she was actually stuttering a bit when she was talking to me. She said that I really inspired her to be more honest with herself, and I opened her eyes into so many different I don't know, something. But anyway, educate those with more advantages than you. But if you decide you want to, go ahead and send them this quiz. Hopefully it will help. Well, I'm not exactly sure that it'll help, but with anything, because I'd rather just tell them myself. But honestly, this is just like, seriously, this is 100 questions that it's just, oh my god. Like, seriously, they probably all count for, like, 1 point or whatever. I don't know exactly how many questions there are on here, but this is just, this is bullshit. I mean, frankly, yeah, it actually kind of, for me, it kind of did give me, kind of an accurate representation of myself. But I am pretty sure that if I did not have the mental problems that I have, if I was a straight guy, or if I was, like, obviously it's geared to have cis white males, like, who are beautiful and attractive. It's geared to have them be privileged. because it's almost like it's a feminist agenda, okay? Like that's seriously what this all is, okay? I'd be like, this is my opinion, okay? Now I'm gonna go finish watching Mr. Repzion's video of him taking this quiz, and I'll see what happens. Okay, so I just finished watching Mr. Repzion's video, and now I think that the quiz is rigged or something. Because like, if the kind of people that we are, it's targeting like the biggest, like the largest amount of people who are actually in America and who would see this quiz and who would take it. The majority of the people who would take this quiz would score super low. It's clickbait. They're trying to make money. Obviously, yeah, but intentionally giving so many people a super low score, I mean, like, come on. It's just like, oh, you can do it. You're the best person ever. That is what big corporations do. They try to make you feel good so that they can take your money. Anyway, if you made it this far into the video, then kudos to you.